Good afternoon, everybody. The Perchy is back on his lunchtime slot. How is everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well in the chat. First of all, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. Come on, guys. There's over 30 of you in here. Let's get those likes up. Aim for 100 likes today. Let's get to 100. That'll be amazing. Smash up the likes. Big up to you all in chat. We've got epistemic autocracy in. Dave H is in. Mark Cook is in. Proud to be Geordie's in. The Mrs. Susie's in. Love you, babe. We've got Mojo Matsy's in the house. Bobby K is in the house. We've got Daniel Sandoval here. Big up to you all. Hope you're all doing well. Guys, if you're in here and you're new, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, smash the like button. Let's get into it today. Let's have a little bit of a chin wag. Let's start it off. The news has now come out last night that Rodrigo Bentancur is going to be back in about 3 weeks. About 3 weeks. Now, let's go into that. Is this good? Are we going to see the Bentancur of old? Are we going to see the Bentancur of before? Or are we going to have a really, really worrying Bentancur that's going to be injured? An injured Bentancur. We don't need an injured Bentancur, right? That's not going to be up to fitness. Does he go straight into the team, guys? Let me know in the chat, guys. What do you think? Does Bentancur go back into the straight away back in, right? Does he go straight back in? Let me know in the chat. And have we got a player that we can count on? And listen, nothing against Bentancur. I think Bentancur is brilliant. He's a brilliant, brilliant football player. Needs to do a little bit more, but he's a very, very good player, right? But an injury like that he gets could really be a killer. And it could be one of those. It could be one of those that you go, oh, I don't know. Let me see what you guys think. Hey, what's that for, Suze? Is it all right? Everything all right? Did I say something? Did I say something? Love you. Love you, babe. Yeah, good morning, Bobby. Here we go. When you score, you make the Spurs fans sing, Yotta on the wing, Yotta on the wing. Oh, listen, if we can get someone like that, a Yotta in, that would be amazing. He's a very, very good football player. Very good player. And he's technical. He's got so much. With the midfield we currently have, we can afford to ease him back in. Can we, though, at the moment? We say this now, Bobby. Can we ease someone like a Bentancur back in? Because it's a worry, right? Because have we been amazing? Have we been amazing? I don't know. I worry. I think we've been good. We're good. I think we can get to a stage, though, there. No chance need to change a winning team. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Agree, guys. She's watching my comments. Yeah, you don't mock Susie's fashion. Trust me. Susie's got great fashion sense. Great fashion sense. No, Perchy, with the injury, he has to have he's had it. It's going to be slow process, massive injury for him to overcome. I agree. You can't rush an injury like that back into the team. I think it would be absolutely crazy to do so. Crazy. Don't. Yeah, I think it's absolutely crazy to rush him in. Guys, there's 40 of you in here, guys, and 24 likes. Let's get those likes up to 40. 15 or 16 away. Let's do it. What's going on? Something's going on. Do I have to text you? Is something up? Tell me. Let me know. It's Bobby K. Good to see you, mate. Time zones and all. Yeah, big up, Bobby K. We do love Bobby K. You're negative, Perchy. Don't make me send your dad a message. Someone said he might come along. I put it in our with a group chat. So I put it in there, and he said he might pop in. He might show his face in a bit. He said he's got a few things on though. It's this premiere. Is this a premiere? No, it's not. We're live. We're live on midday. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Slowly integrating back into the team. We're going to need him when Sam Basuma are off in January. I agree. I think we still need another. I think we're still in need of another, definitely. But it's good news that someone like a Bentancur could be back in about 3 weeks in November, start of November. That could be really, really, really good and interesting, definitely, for us to get someone like that back into the team. So for me, I'm excited that that's the sort of thing that's going to be happening. We need it to happen, right? Oh, Proud told you it's a premiere. No, we're live. We're live. Smash the likes up. If you haven't, smash the like up. Come on. If we can get 50 likes, that'd be absolutely brilliant. Really, there's not much else, really. Loads of things to talk about. We've got, well, no, not really. Johan Langer has joined from Aston Villa, the technical director. Does anyone in the chat know much about this bloke? Anyone? Does anyone in the chat know much about this guy? Ignore that weirdo, Perch. Oh, don't worry. If this is a premiere, how on earth are you reading comments out? Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to work it out myself. It's all a bit confusing. All a little bit confusing. Unless you're all mad. It's a magic trick. Yeah, everyone ignore Geordie. Bingo. There you go. Ignore Geordie from talking. Never heard of him. Yeah, this Langer guy, I've not heard of him at all. I mean, I know he was Solbakk's assistant when he was at Copenhagen and what was the other place? Wolves, I think. He was assistant at Wolves. And to have his list up for January, just up to the man on the top to get his wad out of the pocket. Yeah, I agree. I think we need to start getting to a stage where the manager now starts buying players that he wants. I think that is going to be so critical, and we have to. We can't at stage rely on this people just going, oh, we've got this guy. No, go and sign the players that you want, right? Get him in. He's not going to be sitting there asking for the world. I think that's such a crucial thing, right? Such a crucial thing. Big up, Perchy, you good? Yes, I'm good, El Dante. I'm a lot better, feeling better. It's a bank holiday. It's National Day of Spain for me. So it's a day off whilst we get to do a bit of streaming with you wonderful people. Let's keep it up. And big up to anyone. Has anyone subscribed? Have we got any new subscribers today? We have not. Come on, guys. Let's see if we can get 5 subs today. We keep fluctuating in the same area. I haven't really gone anywhere in the last 2 weeks. I've gone down and back up to the same bits. It's been a bit frustrating. Big up chat and post-COVID Perch Lord. Mate, thank you so much. Listen, I'm good now. I'm a lot better. But I tell you what, it's no laughing matter. It was horrible. Horrible. That sounds like, you guys leave each other. You lot are battling it out. By the way, Suze will always win. It doesn't matter what it is. Suze wins hands down. She could tell me the sky is green and she'll be right because she's so clever. She's the best. Susie, don't you trust me? Suze is on it. She's the best. Oh wow! Thank you to Bobby. Did you just sub? I'll Perch, you're back. Hope you're better, mate. I am good. I'm back. We're gonna get the streams going much more soon. For sure, we'll be getting the streams going back again. Perchy, I just unsubbed and subbed, so you got one. Big up to you, Bobby K. We love Bobby K. What a guy. Love you, mate. Absolute real one. Some of the subs we bought that have unsubscribed, so that always has some variance. You can see from the people in chat that you're growing from strength to strength. Much love, El Dante. Thank you so much. Such kind words. Yeah, listen, you're right. I think because I wasn't streaming for a week, I lost a load of bot accounts. I think that can be the only explanation right now. So yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, we love Bobby. Bobby's the best. And guys, come on. 21 more likes to get to 50 would be lovely. If you haven't, there's 47 of you in it. Smash up those like buttons. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Bobby K. Look, he's sending the love. We love you, Bobby. Should I see what the others are doing? It said they were going to come along. Let's see what they say. See if we can squeeze some people in. Whoa. What the hell is that cup? This cup? This one? This I got from when I went to watch Barcelona play Spurs at the Olympic Stadium, and they give you all your drinks in one of these plastic cups. So it was a little memorabilia cup. Yeah, so it's from the Estadio del Olympic, the Olympic Stadium, where Barcelona play right now, and when Spurs lost 4-2 on the day. But it was a really good game of football. Really, really good game of football. And I thought we played really well that day. Yeah, that's what that cut up is, Geordie. Spurs now. Here's a question, guys. We did it on the other day. We did a bit of a Spurs 11. Now, I was on. I jumped on with Alan the other day, and we're talking about the team of the season so far, and people were saying that Spurs should have about 7 or 8 players in there, and I thought, no, really, no, not for me. I think how many players get in unequivocally? What a word, by the way. Unequivocally get into an Spurs team of the season so far. I think I'm going to say 3 players. I think Maddison gets in. Actually, that get in unequivocally. I think Maddison. I don't even know if Son gets in. I think Adoji gets in. I think Adoji gets in, Adogi gets in, and Maddison get in. Maybe Basuma. I think that would be a 3 that get in unequivocally. Afternoon Hotel, hope you're doing, my friend. How are you doing? And you know the drill. You've already done it. Smash the likes. Yes, Bobby, that was the pre-season game. Skip scored a brace. I think we won. I think we lost. I can't remember what we lost. I think it was either 4-3. Should I double check? I can't remember if it was 4-3 or 4-2. So I did a we lost 4-2. It was 4-2. Yeah, Skip scored a brace, but it was at the end of the game. They at the end, Ansu Fati came on and they did really well and they'd done us in then. Good morning, Eltel. Perchy, yes, on site TV, United panelists said that they hate Arsenal but respect them too, but don't respect City because their rise through lottery. Why aren't Spurs respected by our rivals? I mean, I'll be honest. I'm going to say it simply. I don't care. I mean, but that's part by the by. I don't necessarily care that we're not respected by our rivals. Who cares? I think understandably, I think respect is earned, right? I think Spurs have to earn it. I think as Spurs fans, we all get very carried away when we're like, our rivals don't respect us. Yeah, I get all that. And maybe in certain aspects they should, but I think a lot of rival fans look at us and go, it's Tottenham, isn't it? They start well and then they fall apart. Oh gosh, I need to kick down my light. So I think we have to earn it. To be fair, I say earn it. I don't think we need to worry about what other people say. Let's get on with what we're doing. Like, yeah, Arsenal historically got a load of history. They don't respect City. I think that is just petty. I think Man City, people will talk about money and all this lot. But Man City have built an absolute dynasty. An absolute dynasty they've done. I think Man City deserve as much respect as the likes of Arsenal, Man United get. In my opinion, I think Man City have been absolutely brilliant. But yeah, listen, I think it is what it is. Let people dislike us. That's fine. That doesn't. There's no water off my back on that part because who cares? It is what it is. But we earn it and show them that we're better. Go and win the league this season. Trust me, you earn everyone's respect if we go and win the league this season. I'm not saying that we will, but I'm just using that as a ballpark. Madison, Basuma, and a defender. Yeah, I think Madison, Basuma, and Udogie Cousins get in easy. Spurs need ex-Celtic player Jota for more creativity. I'd love a Jota. I think he's brilliant. And before we carry on, guys, come on. There's 33 likes. Can we get another 27? There's 58 of you in the chat. Come on, you can't have all have hit that like button. Now, quickly, let's get that like number up straight away. Let's try and get at least 7 to get up to 40. I like a nice round number. Come on, smash up the likes, people. Madison, Basuma, and there. Shout for Vicario. Now, I think Alisson gets in over Vicario for me. Alisson over Vicario. I think Vicario's second place in that out of the goalies, but I think Alisson's been absolutely world class. I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. Son, Madison, Udogie, Van der Ven, Romero, and Vicario. No, Bobby, not for me. Not for me. I don't think Romero or Van der Ven get in. Not for me. I don't think Son does either. I don't think Son gets in either. I think Son's had purple patch performances where he scored 3 in one game, 2 in another, and 1 in another. I think that's very purple patchy. Like, for example, if he'd scored 8 goals and scored at least average 1 a game, I'd gone, okay, fair enough. Van der Ven and Romero, I think, is biased. And I think Vicario, I mean, he's number 2 on the list, but Alisson's been better. Because I think teams like Crystal Palace will look at how can the likes of Joachim Andersen not get in? They've conceded less goals than us in a Crystal Palace side. You look at Chelsea have conceded less than Tottenham, and they have to shuffle their back four every week because they've got injuries everywhere. And then you look at the likes of Arsenal have got a better defensive record than we have. So I think Saliba gets in hands down. If I'm not being a biased Tottenham fan, Saliba gets in hands down right now. And I would put Joachim Andersen. By the way, I think Van der Ven and Romero have been brilliant, but I don't think they've been the best centre-halves in the league. So for me, I think Udogie gets in. I think he's been the best left-back in the league. Madison's definitely in. And Basuma. They're my 3. But we can... again, I think Vicario... I think Vicario's been good. I think he's not been as good as Alisson. Alisson's been better for me. That's just my opinion. I think Vicario's definitely second, though. And Van der Ven, I've just explained. I think there's other centre-halves that have got a bit of a shout-out at the moment. I think Van der Ven gets in the conversation. Yamal made a difference versus us. Yeah, Yamal came on the pitch and was brilliant. Look at this young man, by the way. This is the next big thing. I don't care. People say I've jumped it. He's a 16-year-old. This kid is special, Yamal. Special kid. Big up 164 Spurs. Big up to you, my friend. Not respected as we're not seen as a threat. Exactly. I agree. Start becoming a bit of a threat, and then people will start looking at us going, okay, big up. Big up, Bill. Big up, Bill. How are you, my friend? Good day, Perch. Big up, Tigaro. How are you, my friend? Man United fans respected Arsenal because of the Wenger-Fergie era and pushed each other. Yeah, exactly. They don't like each other, but they respect each other because of that. Respect is earned, right? Respect is earned. And that was an absolute battle. Good afternoon, Alan Sibley. How are you doing, my friend? Good afternoon to you. Respect. We're not Aretha Franklin. Who gives a toss, as you guys would say? Respect comes with success, and we haven't had any of that for a very long time. Trophies bring respect. Double is on. Hey, Bobby, do you know what? You're spot on here. Spurs go and win stuff. You start getting a bit of respect. Go out there. I think Tottenham fans, Bobby, do you know what? You've hit a nail on the head on this one. Hit a nail on the head. Spurs fans demand respect from other clubs whilst winning nothing, whilst giving it the big one against teams that do win stuff. for me is where it is. People look at us and go, you lot are delusional, right? So it's all about context. Context is key, as I love to use. Context and consistency. Now go and win stuff, Tottenham. Spurs with back-to-back man of the match and Perchy. Need that Sonny card. That are you talking about FIFA? Yeah, Sonny. That Sonny card is going to be mad. It's going to be expensive as well. Can we get 8 more likes? 8 more likes. Surely we can get there. Surely we can get 8 more likes in. Let's do it, people. Come on, smash the likes. Vicario hasn't made a mistake this season. No, that's fair. I don't think Alisson's made a mistake either, really, El Dante. I just think Alisson's just showed. Alisson's been brilliant, but I wouldn't. I'm not dying on the hill. I think Vicario has been very, very good. So let's see. For me, let's see how it goes. What would be your team, Perchy? Good question. I would say Alisson, right back, Trippier, Alisson, Trippier, Doggy left back, Saliba, Anderson, and then in midfield I'd go Bissouma, Maddison, and Declan Rice. Declan Rice. Then I would say big up Ben. How are you doing, mate? How are you doing? And then I'm just doing my team. 1 second. Out wide, I would go. Who's been a shining light? Saka, just. I don't know who else I'd put in. Give me a winger that scored a load of goals this season.
Neto,
that's one. Neto, and then Haaland up top. That's my team of the season so far. Yeah, Neto's a great shout, by the way. Absolutely great shout. How you doing, Ben? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm a bit buzzed from my vaccine that I had yesterday, so I'm a bit.
Man, I get it.
But we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Bobby, I'm not being negative. It's called being realistic. Here's a question, because obviously this is all the talk. I'm hearing people go, that 6 or 7 players should get into the team of the season so far for Spurs. I think that's crazy. I sit back and go, look at individually. There's not. I think 3 get in, and I think that's fair. A Doggy, Maddison and Bissouma are the only 3 that get in for me at the moment.
Okay.
Who would you say? Would you say that's fair, or do you think more or less?
More or less. I think Vicario is worth a shout after his starts of the season. I think he's been excellent.
I mentioned Vicario being number 2 to Alisson. I think Alisson's just been 1 step ahead. But by the way, that's nothing against Vicario. That shows the level that he's been at, by the way. When you're talking
excellent this season. He's been the best goalkeeper in the world this season so far.
Agreed.
I know there's only a small sample size of 8 games, but he's quality.
Oh, no, that's a good point. I missed a good shout, actually. Someone just put in Salah. Salah's a good one. I think Salah gets it. Salah over Saka, definitely. Actually, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair. Good shout.
Kick Nathan in there, though, because he's just been great for Wolves.
Yeah, Neto's dragging that Wolves team over the line a minute. Who gets in over Vicario, mate? I think Joachim Anderson gets an absolute shout. They've conceded 7 goals this season, Crystal Palace. They just can't score goals. They've conceded less than us. I think this is where I always debate it with it. I think you have to look at it on paper. I think Crystal Palace defensively have been outstanding. They just can't score down the other end. I mean, they've scored 7, conceded 7. Chelsea have conceded less than us. Arsenal have conceded less than us. So I think we have to balance it on that. I think, by the way, Van de Ven has been brilliant since he came in. I think he's been an absolute revelation in this football club. But we have to balance it and look at other teams outside of everywhere and go, well, hang on a minute. There have been better defenders that are at the moment this season. By the way, it doesn't mean Van de Ven can't go on and be one of the best defenders in the league. We're only 8 games in, right? But we've got to judge it on sample size.
He's 22 years of age. He's not going to peak as a defender for 6 years.
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah, you're not going to see Prime Van der Ven like for years. He might not even be at the football club when he starts to peak, and he might be at Bayern Munich or a Real Madrid, because this is how I think he's got the potential. Key word here: potential to be one of the best centre backs in the world. I think he's got that.
Of course, he's got a lot of the attributes.
He's got that potential. He's got the attitude, but he needs to put that work in.
RVP the best ever. Zinchenko has been the best left back, solid at the back, and has made offensive contributions too. He's unsung hero against City and helped us. Not for me. Not for me. I think there's a reason why Zinchenko got dropped at the start of the season. He hasn't even played every game, right? He got dropped for the new guy, Timber, right? I'm not making that up, right? He only came back in because Timber got a long-term injury. Not for me, I'm afraid. Not for me. I think he's a good player, Zinchenko. But
I think Zinchenko is key to the way Arsenal play, though, with his invertedness in the midfield. I think he's key for them.
Alisson's letting more goals, and one of his goals has been an individual error. Vicario could have but I still stand by my point here. I think Alisson just pips it. That's me not being biased. But listen, by the way, that's no shame on Vicario. It just shows the level that he's actually performing at, by the way.
Yeah.
This is actually a positive statement than a negative statement on him. Because, listen, I think Vicario has proven a lot of people wrong.
Yeah.
I think Vicario has been better than David Raya, and everyone was begging for David Raya. We had this on the stream, me and you. Listen, I think we can all hold our hands up and say because we don't watch the Italian league that we can't.
We all got it wrong. I think all of us got it wrong.
I agree.
All of us, we're all in the mouth, in words of some people.
Yeah.
We all wanted the shiny, expensive thing, but what we needed was an Italian stallion.
Yeah. Big up Matthew Hayden. Perchy, thoughts on how Arsenal nullified Man City to 4 shots and 1 on target? Were you impressed? Yeah. I think fair play. Listen, credit where credit's due, right? I stand by this, Matthew. You guys did it, but the thing is...
But here's the main question. Is Matthew supporting Arsenal today or Chelsea today? Which club is he supporting? He's still got Chelsea players in his profile picture.
Yeah, I know. What I would say on this, Matthew, this is the key bit for me. And do you know what? It's very much what I've been very critical of Tottenham about, and you'll get this. You'll get what I'm going to say here, Ben. It's all well and good beating Man City. It means actually. Do you know what? Beating Man City means nothing.
It means the same as beating Burnley. It means exactly the same.
But if Arsenal now go, whoever of Arsenal got next? Sorry, I'm going to jump ahead and find it next. Was it next? Not next week, is it? It's I freaking hating. I'll put it out there. I hate international break. It ruins everything. Arsenal play Chelsea next away, right?
They've got to
Chelsea away next. Now, if Arsenal don't beat Chelsea away, beating Man City is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Spurs have been here before, Matthew. And listen, I'll talk to you from a Tottenham perspective. I've seen Tottenham go and beat Man City, then lose to Leicester the week after. I've seen Tottenham beat Man City, go to Burnley and lose. So, in essence, it actually makes it irrelevant, right?
Oh, Perch lag.
If you beat it. What makes it relevant? Oh, has my camera gone weird? I've gone
you've frozen. You have totally frozen.
Are we back?
We're back.
I do not know what happened there. I do apologise, guys, in the chat. It was like my internet just completely crumbled on me then, and it just everything just froze on me. What my theory on this is this: it's all well and good beating Man City, but you have to go on and win the next 4 or 5 games for it to be relevant, right? You beat Man City, go and beat Chelsea, go and then beat whoever you've got after that. You've got a run now. Arsenal have got a run where they've got to play, as I said, they've got to go and play Chelsea. They then got to play Sheffield United, West Ham, Newcastle. West Ham's in the cup. In the league, it's Chelsea away, Sheffield United at home, Newcastle away, Burnley at home, Brentford away. Now go and win those games.
You have to win absolutely all of them.
Win as well. Because beating Man City is all good. Because Man City are one of those teams that go on 15-game winning runs.
Yeah.
If you don't, and that for me is always where it will always stand into context to me. And Tottenham are the prime examples because everyone goes, "Oh, we beat Man City every year." Yeah, but we finish about 25 points, 30 points behind them in the league, so it makes no difference, right? But big up to Matthew, mate. I thought you guys were good, and listen, you've got to keep pushing on, and every football fan needs to understand that.
They need to do exactly what they did last year. They need to get a 15-point league, but this time they can't bottle it. They've got to get a 15-point lead and stay there. That's what they've got to do. They've got to win all their games that they're supposed to win.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a key bit. Bobby, do you want to come on? I think Bobby wants to come on. I'll bring the Canadian on. We like a Canadian on. Talk about maple syrup and stuff. Cultural appropriation. Big up to you, Bobby, mate. I'll send you the link, mate. Whenever you want to jump on, feel free. Kate's not live later, so we might just keep going. I've got a day off today, so it's all good. Afternoon, Perchy. Hope you're feeling better. Big up, Rush. I'm a lot better now. Yeah. I've completed COVID and got rid of it. It's done.
And I've done my homework, which is what Perch didn't do his COVID homework, which is why he got it. I'm doing my COVID homework by having vaccine number 7.
Oh, I've done. I think I've done 3 vaccines, but the problem is since I moved from the UK, I've not registered it here in Spain on what I'm meant to do, and because I'm really bad at reading Spanish, I'm just like, I'll be fine. But no, listen, I do.
Number 7.
Big up Steve.
The cough is weak. All in the chat. The cough is weak.
Perchy, do you think Arsenal are dreadful considering their performance against Man City? No, I think they're getting their job done, right? Play badly, but getting results. Listen, this is the worry. If they get up to gear, keep going, they're going to be good.
Yeah.
And big up Tigara with a super chat. Much love to you, my friend. Question. Top 4 should be a minimum expectation for Spurs now. How many of our players are top 4 in each of their positions? Porro, Edoji, etc. I don't think top 4 is expectation. Not at all. I think if you get top 8, that's the expectation.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't care that we're top of the table. Top 8 at the moment is realistically the target. Getting back into Europe is a target, whatever European competition it is. No, not for me. But how many of our players are top 4 in each position? I'm assuming in the league.
Madison is.
Madison
is. Basuma is.
Sonny.
No, Sonny isn't. Because as a striker.
Top 4 strikers in the league.
Oh, top 4. Yeah, top 4 strikers. I was there.
Yeah, I think Son gets in as striker.
Yeah, Sonny gets in as a striker, definitely.
I think I think he's number 4. I think I think he's probably number 3 or 4 in that list.
In terms of finishing, he's number 2, but as a striker, I would say in the top 4.
Yeah. And I think that I'll be honest, Adoji's too early to put into that conversation. He started when he's only played 8 games. I don't think Porro's top 4 right backs in the league, not at all.
No,
not to me. Again, Vicario is another one. Too early to suggest. Yeah. He's only played 8 games. Wait till the end of the season. We'll have that conversation then. I think that's it. I think it's those 3 players.
Yeah.
I think Madison's the best number 10 in the league.
I might put Romero in there as a stretch. I might put Romero in there.
No, I don't think Romero's in the top 4 centre-halves. I think I can name 4 better centre-halves.
I think he's just about 5th.
5th or 6th, maybe. But I think there's 4 more centre-halves in the league, definitely.
Maybe, but I think Romero's in the conversation for it. He might not get there, but he's in the conversation for it, especially how he's performed this season on current form.
Yeah, that's fair. Big up to you, Tigaro. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much love, my friend. Let's get it on. There we go. Where are we? Rodri. Yeah, Rodri would have got into my team of the 11, but if he didn't get that sending off,
Yeah.
If he doesn't get sent off, I think he's been critical for the reason why the likes of Arsenal beat them. I think Rodri, though, and me and you agree on this massively. I think Rodri is one of the best midfielders in the world right now, if not the best.
I think Rodri's the best player, and I think Rodri's the best footballer in the world.
I think there's
my opinion.
I think there's
I'm not going to
fair
idea for that. For me, Rodri is the best footballer in the world because of what he does, and it's not.
Oh, I think he's a special player. He just doesn't get in.
But the things he does off the ball, I think he's imperative to the way Manchester City play football.
I think the only reason he doesn't get in for me, Bill, is that suspension. Literally, not if we're doing it on quality, he's probably one of the first on the team sheet, but we've got to rate it. Not for me, Diaz. I think he's been okay. I don't think he's been the best. Neto for sure. Ash, I agree, gets in. Perchy, do you think Arsenal are the best defensive team in the league? They only conceded 19 shots all season, followed by City at 25. That's a hard one because judging it on the basis on their shot count, I think that's harsh. I mean, look at Crystal Palace, for example. You could argue their defenders work a lot harder and concede less. So it's very hard. I mean, I get Robin. I get what you're trying to say here, but it's all about judging it based on that. I think they've been brilliant. I think they've been very. I thought against us though, what we showed though, they have got a weakness. You run at them in the second half, their fullbacks struggle, and you can get at them that way. So I think there is a jink in their armour definitely, but I think they've been good. Jared Bowen's been in the conversation. Not for me. I think Salah has been better, and
Saka's been better. Salah's been better.
Yeah, Neto's been better, but Bowen's been brilliant. By the way, nothing against him. Area Benny Boy, big up.
Your mom
should be over Haaland. Not for me. Haaland's top goal scorer. Haaland's been outstanding. This is the thing, though. This is what happens, and we have this conversation all the time. By the way, all the time. Haaland doesn't score in a few games, and everyone starts writing him off.
Yeah,
Haaland's going to be the goal scorer at top Golden Boot this year. He's going to win that easily. It's funny. Haaland's an outstanding player. Is outstanding for me. There you go. Go and sub to Ben. Go over there. Go over to the coffee company and go and subscribe. Do it.
27 away from 600 subscribers.
There you go. 27 of you in here. Go over and sub to Ben. And we've now got 55 viewers and 55 likes. I like it when things are tiny like that. It's quite cool.
Great, right?
It's cool. Salah, Spurs King Salah gets in for me. I agree. I completely forgot Salah, but that's definitely true. Van der Ven has revolutionised our back line. We need to take that into account, the effect they've had. Yeah, but Donovan, this is the problem here, is I agree. Oh, there he is. We bring on a Canadian. Hey, Bobby. Hey. He's dressing gown. I love it.
How are you? Oh, yeah, buddy. It's 7:44 a.m. It's 7 degrees over here. It's freezing. I'm like, I am washing my face and gonna go hang out with my buddies. I've got my cup of tea ready and I've got my coffee ready. So cheers, boys.
Yeah.
Anytime. You're always.
That's for you, Benny. Just for you, Benny.
Yeah.
Perchy was knocking the syrup. That's how you buy syrup, okay, folks? 4-gallon drums.
Oh, maple syrup, brilliant. Bobby.
Good morning, everybody. By the way,
let's talk because
sure, let's talk, buddy.
Let's talk.
What do you want to know?
So we're talking about team of the season so far.
Whew, thank God! I thought you without Sava here, I thought you were going to start talking to me about relationship stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I want to have the birds and the bees conversation.
No, we'll do that off stream.
We'll do it off stream. All right. Okay.
After we'll ask him. Well, what should I do here? Without being biased, and I know it's easier said than done. Like, I know people putting like the likes of Van der Ven of Revolution, like Donovan here said, revolutionise our backline. That should be taken into account. But when we're judging the season, we can't be judging it. We can't really be judging it on individual what they're doing for their club, right? As I said, I use the Crystal Palace example. Palace have got terrible team's unfair, but they've not got we've got a better team than them. but they've conceded less goals, just haven't scored a load of goals.
They're just not scoring. Yeah,
They
yeah,
can't
that's the
score,
problem,
right? So that's why
Eze is out for them, I believe, too, right?
Eze's out. They haven't got what they haven't got. Seriously though, they haven't got a goal scorer. They haven't got a 15 to 20 goal a season striker.
But what have they got? They've got
Edouard, Jordan Ayew. Like these aren't players that aren't going to blow a load of goals out.
Well, Edouard and Eze are both out, right?
Possibly, you could be right.
I know their last game they were because I was talking to a Palace fan. So I think Eze is a few weeks, and I think Edouard is a longer one.
Yeah,
there's a couple of months there, right? So
but that for me is the context of it all, right?
Hey, little Archie.
That for me,
didn't expect that.
Oh no, that's probably lost the train of thought. No,
Sorry.
that's
Gotta check on him, man. He's a bionic man up there with like 19 bloody immunization shots now.
Yeah, exactly. Just stands there like just takes over the world.
Yeah.
See, for folks, if any of you have any COVID symptoms, just go within a 5-foot radius of Ben. You'll be cured.
Yeah. He just breathes on you and he cures you. That's how it works. It's just an optimum. Anderson van der Ven at centre back for me. Yeah, that's fair.
Saliba is a shout.
You've got to put
Saliba
Saliba
you
in.
said it earlier. Saliba is just.
Saliba's been out. Just because he plays for them lot, we have to sit back and go. This is a centre half that has the potential to be one of the best in the world. I know we were mentioning about Van der Ven, but Saliba, I'm putting it out there. I think Saliba will be the next centre half at Real Madrid. I think.
I hope so.
Do you know what I mean, though? I can see Real Madrid putting big money on the table for someone like him.
Yeah.
Once a Militao retires or leaves the club to move on, he's the next one into that. Like, they've got a lot of French lads now at that club, young French lads. They're
just going to build France FC. They're going to buy Mbappe next year, and then they're going to get in Saliba.
Yeah. No, definitely. Zinchenko was injured. Okay, fair enough, but I still don't think he's in. I think Udoggy's been better this season than Zinchenko.
Zinchenko?
Yeah, I don't think Zinchenko's been outstanding
all day long, and that's not just as a Spurs fan. That's
I think most people will say Udoggy's been
more
better.
to offer.
Yeah,
I think I don't. I'm not sitting there saying one's better than the other, but if we're judging it on the 8 games that we've seen, I think Udoggy's been one of the best left backs in the league. Big up Lewis Martin. Perchy, do you think Arsenal are in crisis? No. They look overrated. They haven't had one convincing win all season. They were dreadful against Man City. So they won the game. This is silly for me. I don't think Arsenal have been dreadful. I think what they've done, but what they haven't done, they haven't kicked into gear, right? They haven't gone out there and battered a team. And that's where we should worry. Because if you start looking and Arsenal haven't battered anyone yet, then we need to for me. Yeah, it's crazy. That for me is how it is. Sorry, I was just looking at you guys put something in the private message. I was reading. I can't do two things. I can't do two things at once.
Gareth did it for me.
It's okay, we got it, Perch. You carry on, man.
We got it.
Giroud, why are you stressing? I know Dad's not here, but Uncle Bobby is here. Okay.
What makes you laugh? He said he was coming along 15 minutes ago, half an hour ago. Lateness is greatness.
On Indian time as well. Very good.
Very good.
He's on Greek time. That's almost the
yeah. He's living off Cypriot time, which basically means if I'm going to turn up at midday, means he's turning up about midnight. Perchy. Oh, talking of the devil. Of the devil, here he is.
See, he doesn't. I told you, Perch. He doesn't like competition. You bring out a good-looking guy onto the screen, and he's gonna pipe up. You bring me and Ben on, all of a sudden he's here. Oh, hey, Sava, how you doing?
Sorry, Perchy, is there some good-looking people in the back room that you're bringing on?
I think so.
Like the kids say, haters gonna hate.
You were talking about Bobby K.
You know why he's late? Because he had to go shower, shave, trim his beard. Find his Simon Cowell black T-shirt, put himself up. All I had to do is just wash my face and throw my robe on, baby.
Brilliant.
I do aspire to be you, Bobby K. I aspire to be you.
He's going to get his
you're a tan away, my man. You're a tan away.
Who doesn't aspire to? Welcome along, Sava. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. I was just recording a little video, wasn't I?
Oh, of course. Lovely, lovely. We're talking about team of the season so far. If you remember, we were sat on Alan's show the other day. We had a nice little chat, and we saw people putting 7 Spurs players in. Now, how many Tottenham players realistically have make it into the best 11? Who are your 2?
James Maddison.
Yep, that's fair.
And a doggy.
Yep, that I put Basuma in as well.
Possibly Basuma as well. Yeah, 3.
I went 3. A lot of people in the chat are saying Van der Ven. How do you not put him in? I think there's been better centre halves this season. If it was me, if I was to pick my back 4, I'd like to get your thoughts on it. I put, if you count the goalie, Alisson, Trippier, Anderson, Saliba, Udogie is my back 5. If you want to count the goalie,
I'd agree with all of that, apart from Anderson, who I think has been brilliant, by the way. But I think Ruben Diaz, whenever I've watched Man City, they have been...
Yeah, I can understand Diaz as well.
I think people are confusing Man City with not being able to finish teams off with them being bad at the back. They've not been bad at the back. They don't concede many goals. I think that, for me, Diaz and Saliba are a mile above Van der Ven and Romero. I know people don't want to hear it. I know they don't, but... There's a difference between our players have done well for us and then being the best in the league. But at the same time, we can't all sit here and say that we've all watched 90 minutes of every single team's games. So it's kind of a moot point for me. But listen, I think Saliba and Diaz would be the best pairing in the league. The Doggie's been brilliant. And I think Trippier, whenever I've watched him play, defensively and offensively, is very accomplished.
I agree. Does anyone have a dispute on what they would say in their back 4? Does anyone genuinely think that Romero or Van der Ven have to get in?
No, they don't get in, but they're in the conversation.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
I would argue for Van der Ven to get in if he didn't have those 2 own goals. Other than that, I think he's been fantastic. He's been way, way above what I expected out of him, or any of us really coming in.
I wouldn't judge him on the own goals. I think the own goals are harsh to judge.
They're accidental deflections. I'm just saying.
They're deflections, aren't they?
At least we know he was there in a position to attempt to try to stop the ball versus some of the other players we have that run away from it.
And RVP the best ever. I just want to pull this up. Perchy, you're talking absolute waffle here. Nope, not Mr. Box Office. Last season, if we could have one game against City, then we would have been champions. But my point, what I was saying earlier, what I mentioned earlier is you beat Man City, great. But if you don't go and win your next game in your next few games, it nullifies it. It makes it slightly irrelevant. Because I said, as a Tottenham fan, I think we all agree here that we've watched us beat Man City and then lose the game after. And I said it basically makes it irrelevant. I thought Bobby was talking to me and then he was... But yeah, so...
Sorry.
No,
isn't a season... Sorry. There's so many ifs, buts and maybes now in football. Isn't a season played over 38 games?
Exactly.
Arsenal had 2 chances last year to beat Man City and lost both of them.
Yeah.
So what's all of this? If we had 1 game to beat Man City, we'd win the league. You didn't. You didn't beat Man City in both games.
But the irony is if they'd beaten Southampton, they would have probably won. Like, do you know what I mean? That 3-game period that they lost the league, they didn't lose it when they lost to Man City. They lost it because they didn't beat Liverpool, Southampton, and West Ham.
West Ham, they were, what was it, 2-0 up?
They were 2-0 up against West Ham, and then they
missed, and then West Ham came back.
Yeah. So when we talk about where did Arsenal lose the league last season? It wasn't because they lost to Man City twice.
No,
it's because they threw away the leads against.
Points on the board. What's it called? Give them a full sense of security, because as Sava likes to say, they might have had 10 points on them, but Man City had like 4 games in hand. So it was they looked at the table and think, oh, it's better to have points on the board. When they forgot that Man City from February to May are absolutely stupid. They win 15 games in a row. They always do it.
But Ben, as also, can we just say, this is what makes me laugh, right? Over 38 games, the table doesn't lie. I know that's such an old cliche, but it doesn't. Yeah, teams will have ups, you'll have downs, but over 38 games, it's, when Spurs fans, we celebrate every year, oh, we beat City. Yeah. City aren't really going to care, are they? City aren't going to care that they've lost to Spurs in the last few years when they're picking up doubles and trebles.
Exactly.
Right?
It might eat away at them, but it doesn't mean anything.
No, if Spurs beat Man City and it's to win a title, cool. But I think people get carried away with one-off games. It's like Wolves fans sitting there right now going, oh, we beat Man City. We beat Man City. Don't listen, City aren't this thing. City are the best team in Europe on paper and factually, they're the best team in Europe, right? Doesn't mean they're going to go every year unbeaten.
Yeah.
How many teams in the history of football have ever gone unbeaten? Ever?
None.
Who?
Them lot down the road.
But I mean, in the entire season they didn't go unbeaten, did they? Otherwise they would have won the quadruple.
Yeah. They lost in the Champions League.
Right. This is my point. Teams lose games every year. The problem is now, whenever a team loses a game, it's the end of the. I watched a show last night. I won't mention names, and I saw people going, "Oh, see, Man City, they're missing Gundogan and Mahrez." It's like, hang on, I heard this last year when Man City had sold Sterling, Jesus, and Zinchenko. I heard it the year before when it was Fernandinho, David Silva, and one other. I heard it the year before when it was Aguero. And listen, Man City are not impenetrable because they play a style of football that allows you to get at them. But yeah, I think everyone's getting all of this. If we won this, we would have won this, but you didn't. It didn't happen. So,
But this is the point I was trying to make, though. I said it doesn't. In context, beating Man City means nothing because, as I say all the time, Tottenham beat Man City more or less every year.
Yeah.
But we finished about 30 points behind them last season, so it meant nothing in the grand scheme of things, right? That's the context I'm trying to make here with that. That's what I'm saying.
Perchy, I got to disagree. It does make a difference. Instead of finishing 30 points, we finished 30 points behind them. By beating them, we at least didn't finish 36 points behind them.
Well, we didn't beat him twice, did we? I remember being 2-0 up and getting told, we got everyone getting told. I remember, to be fair, the greatest was Sava getting told he was in the mud because they said they went 2-0 up, and then we came back in when we got absolutely hammered in that second half.
Football fans don't learn. Like we've got the memories of a goldfish.
So
right?
true.
We've got the memories of a goldfish, right? Let's be fair. You could lose 5-0 on a Saturday. If on the Wednesday night you then go and win your next game 3-0, everything's brilliant again. And that's what we love about football. But at the same time, I think if you want to have that, cool. But when you're talking about titles and winning and stuff, look, Arsenal, for that guy who said RVP best ever, Arsenal are a very good team. We can't say they're not. Arsenal were a very good team last year, but they weren't quite good enough. And that is shown by Man City winning the league. It didn't even go down to the last few games. Man City had won the league, so much so that they made wholesale changes and lost to Brentford.
Yeah.
I think people need to just relax a little bit when they're hyping up their own players and their own team. That's just me.
No, I agree. I think this is where we're at, though. Like, I've noticed very recently, and Sam, we've spoken about this off air and stuff. I've noticed very recently that everything's knee-jerk. There's no one sensible anymore. It's 1 minute your title challenges because you've just beaten a big team, and the second you lose to a team that you're meant to be beating, it's you go from winning the league to relegation battle in a click of a finger.
When I need him, every meal is a banquet and every hand is.
But double is on.
But it's true, though. This is the problem. Like, no one actually sits back and goes, do you know what? We were just crap today. We just had a bad game, bad day in the office. Or, oh, do you know what? We got away with one when we beat a big team like Liverpool do. Liverpool. There's never any sort of sensible. Oh, do you know what? Like, it's never sensible anymore. Like, I've seen so much on YouTube nowadays where it is is that your yogurt thing, whatever. Your drink is awful.
Yeah.
It always looks grim.
I thought you were laughing at my message to Bobby Kay in the private chat.
I haven't seen it yet. Now I've got like,
No, don't see it. That's a private message. It's not for you, okay? That's between me
oh,
and Daddy.
dear.
That's between
The
me and
private
Daddy.
chat
All right?
is crazy, absolutely wild. Yeah. So we're but this is the point that we're trying to get to now. Like, it's it's reactionary, right? I see so much stuff, so much reactionary stuff from everyone. I see, and I just think everything nowadays is clickbait. If it's on Twitter, if it's on anything. I saw your mate Rory, not Rory Jennings, the other Rory that you said, Sabbath, that you found a clip of his.
Oh,
that guy. So this is the same guy now that when Arsenal are joint top. So my response was, nope, there's no such thing as joint top. There's just no such thing. Yeah. What are you on about? You're second behind Tottenham. Just say it. I was like, I don't get it why football fans nowadays will change the rules to suit their own club. It's crazy.
Do you know what? Can we talk about the other Rory? The Rory Jennings.
Jennings.
This guy, I'll be honest with you. By the way, when people think I hate him, I don't. I just find his football takes laughable. If anyone ever wanted to know about how knee-jerk YouTube is in general, this guy sums it up. Last summer, everyone remembers Haaland. He'll be nowhere near Mo Salah, Sonny, Kane in the goal scoring chart. He's going to be a flop. It's disrespectful to all these forwards to say he's going to come over here and do it. And then he smashes in the goals and Rory Jennings is like, oh, yeah, I got it wrong. I see him last week. See, Rory, Haaland's not doing that great, is he? I mean, he's still the Premier League top goal scorer and he's not
mad, isn't it?
Like,
it is mental.
That's the era we live in. And then I see Rory Jennings in the summer giving it, Postecoglou. Who is he? Spurs are going to struggle to get wins. I see him last week. Spurs are really good. I think Spurs could do things. And you're like, hang on. 2 months ago, you were getting 100, 200,000 views because you were laughing at us.
Yeah,
like,
I remember it relegated, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was the three of them, weren't it? Because obviously he's on the club with Boovy and McCullough, I believe his name is. And them lot are all sitting there going, Spurs are rubbish. They've just got this absolute nobody in from Celtic. Look at Tottenham. Now they're all going, they play some good football now. It's like, it's just silly. Like, we
don't help it. We don't help it. I'll be honest. Spurs fans in general don't help it. And I know Bobby's going to hate me for saying this. And I know him and Kuva have got this delusional thing going on.
Hold on. I'm not very good at clipping. So, okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Is that a Canadian phone? What's that?
It's a Samsung.
Oh, you got Samsung like me. Oh,
yeah, I can't use Apple.
I was like, yeah, me neither. I hate it. I need a back
kids have tried to teach me, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, I need a back button.
Yeah.
What's a back button?
The back button. This button here. Show my screen. This button here.
Yeah.
Wherever you are on your phone, that will just take you back to where you need to go. Like within a second.
Swipe up and then it goes back to the home screen.
No, see, that's too many. That's 2 clicks. We're in an era, Perchy, where only 1 click is allowed.
We're older than you.
You only need to do it once. You just
those youngsters know how to use that tech, Sava.
Yeah. But listen, football fans are the worst. Let's be fair. Spurs fans right now are doing everything we cussed Arsenal fans for last year.
Agreed.
Right? Everything we were saying about Arsenal fans, we are doing it now this year after 8 games of football. And by the way, when you look at those 8 games, people are gonna hate me here. There's so many positives. I don't think we've been great in all of them. When people are talking about title challenges, I think we were poor against Luton Town. I thought Sheffield United was poor, if I'm honest, not being able to break them down, not really looking like we would. I thought Arsenal for 45 minutes was good. Liverpool, I thought, was poor. Brentford for 45 minutes was good. So I think what we're basing this on is a brilliant 90 against Bournemouth, a brilliant hour against Burnley, because even in the first half an hour against Burnley, I didn't think we were great. And this is the thing. When you break down this kind of analysis, people don't like it because all they'll say is we won. You can't keep winning playing like that. You can't. Not when you get your injuries, your suspensions. So, yeah, it's really, really good. But if we keep telling people we're going to win a league, expect that in the summer when we don't.
Yeah, the winning the league nonsense needs to stop. I don't get where the bit I find hilarious is you get the term negative gets used the second you go, we're not going to win the league.
Can't we just use the correct top, which is Eeyore? Just start calling people Eeyores. It's a lot more fun. I just find it weird. Like, I just find it strange because I sit back and go, why are we having this conversation in October? Seasons don't get won in October. They don't get won in November, December, January, February, March, April. They get won in May. I think when we're having this conversation, let's see how we've done against every team yet. We're still yet to play Man City, Newcastle, Brighton, Villa. Do you know what I mean? Once we start having those conversations, we still got to go and play some teams that are very, very good teams. Yeah.
Let's see how we get to 19. Once we get to 19, 19 is the halfway mark, isn't it? We've played everyone once. Where are we going to be at from there? Anyone?
Catanese, Umbrella?
Yeah, make that.
Sorry, Perchy, I'm not going to lie. I missed the question there. I was responding to something there in the chat. I can't multitask, man. I'm old.
I'll answer the question and then Bobby Gay can see what I said and answer. Listen,
and then just copy you. Oh, okay. Thank you.
No. You can understand what the question was from my answer. I mean, the thing is, Perchy, you get to a point where the older you get, the more seasons, obviously, you see, naturally, right? And the more we all understand that football is a game that isn't played over 8 games. It's not played over 10 games. It's not played over 20 games, over 30 games. Football's a game played over 38 games. Football's a game in the Champions League. People are, who's the favourites to win it in match week 1? I don't know. You've got another 13 games to go until the final. Like, this is the problem. I get it. And I'm not saying, and I have to make this clear on every show I do, Perchy. I'm not saying people shouldn't enjoy it. People just tell me enjoy the ride. When we're talking about enjoying a ride, I've wanted for years for my club to put a process and a plan in place for us to be sustainable as a club. For me, this isn't about this season. And I know fans are so desperate for just have one good year. I want to see, how do we maintain what we've done the first 8 games and the transfer window? How do we do that in the next window and the window after that and the window after that? How do we maintain that when we lose players? Because everyone wants to hype our players up. Everyone wants to tell me that Romero's the best centre-back in the league. Cool. Well, when Real Madrid come calling from them, or when Barcelona or Man City, when these guys come calling for a Doggy and Romero and your Madisons and your Van der Vens, and those players will have their heads turned. Please let's not be those fans that go, why would you want to leave? It's a feel-good factor. They'll leave, right? They'll leave. How do we act as a club then? So for me, lots of fans right now are in that. It is that tunnel vision from 8 games. I like to look at the bigger picture and go, what are we doing long-term here? So that's just me. I've always been that.
What's it called? It's a painful change of philosophy after 5 years. It's not good. It's not going to click fully right away. I don't think it will fully click this season. Of course, we look much better. We have better patterns of play, and you can see what he's trying to do. And those patterns of play might not necessarily happen the entire game because they're still trying to work each other out. Yeah, again, it is just rebuild the team, remove the deadwood, and let's see what he can do.
I think so. You made a good point. This is the thing. When people say enjoy the ride, I think you can do both, right, without saying we're going to win the league, right? I think I feel like I want to say I'm enjoying the ride. But if you're enjoying the ride, let's not worry about what happens in May. Let's worry about what happens in the next game. And I stand by my theory, and I stand by it. That's why I have no expectation this season. Game by game, what have you got there?
What is that?
Oh, grapes and melon. Lovely. Very nice.
Here's the thing. I'll have a go. Bobby's mate, Kuva, says things to me which wind me up.
Join the anymore now.
Join the and train. It's like, hang on. What do you mean join the and train?
So, yeah, right, baby. Hop on that shit right now with us. Kuva's at the front shoveling coal in there.
No.
We're up there right now. chugging
Sava?
down those railway, buddy, on the way to that title. Here we go. We're going to pick up that trophy. Woo-hoo, let's go.
Sava was
You're
one of
negative.
the first people on the Ange train when
So
everyone
was
else
I,
was
yeah.
going, when everyone else was
All right, have a
going,
good day.
oh, from Celtic. Oh, what's he done? Oh, can he do it in the Premier League? I was one of the fans going, get this guy in. He's going to be really, really good. There's a difference between being on a manager's side and thinking we can win a title, right? Because all these people talking about being able to win a title are going to look really, really stupid when we're nowhere near it. Look really stupid when we're nowhere near it. Just saying.
And
That's where I got you beat. I looked stupid before.
Yeah.
I won.
Yeah.
do you know what? The
What?
thing is I want to be proven wrong. I want people to call me negative at the end of the season because we've won the league.
Perchy,
I want
this
you
is
all
the
to come in and go, you're negative, Perchy, because we've
You are.
won the league. See, told you
You
so.
are.
Because of course I want that to happen. I want to be wrong.
Yeah, your
But
dad's negative. influence on you.
History will tell you that I'm probably not going to be wrong on this one. Like we're so behind everyone. I think that's the key bit, right? We're so behind the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. And
Yeah, but see, this is the difference here, Perchy, between a father and regular Spurs fans. I have 3 boys to raise here, 2 of my own, and some know my nephew lives with us. I have to be the deluded optimist because life sucks. So, they're taking away at me like they're like a wave on an ocean, and I'm the rock, and they're just slowly eroding away at me. So Spurs bring me life and happiness, and there's a sunshine on the water, baby. So yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm gonna jump on that deluded train with Kuva and Jim, and until it's mathematically impossible not to win the league, I'm gonna firmly believe we can. Until we're out of the FA Cup, I'm firmly gonna believe we can win that.
Yeah, but these are fans that say we're going to win every game 7-3. Like 5 every game. I'm hearing predictions.
He says every game is 7-3. That's his.
No, not just him.
Go-to.
Not just him. You watch in the comments at the beginning of any live watch along. You see this, Perchy,
Yeah.
and you go, "What's the score going to be today?" Everyone all of a sudden is making out that we are prime Man City. Every game, 4-0 today, 5-1. We're not that good.
Get that, Sava. It's 7-3 every game. The treble is on, even though we're
knocked out. But this is the thing, who's news, and I want to say this to you: no one's being a doomer. Sava and I have not been a doomer. Ben's not a doomer, but what it is we sit back and go, I don't think we're going to win it because I don't think we've got the squad to do it right now. I don't think that's being a doomer. I'm enjoying what we're doing. We're winning games of football, right? I think this is where people go from. So this is what I always say about everything is like this. There's never like that. We're all like that. You're either a doomer that thinks we're going to lose every game or an optimist that thinks we're going to win every game. Whereas I think, actually, do you know what? I think we'll finish there or thereabouts. I honestly do think that we will be in the Champions League next season. I think we'll qualify for the Champions League there or thereabouts. We'll be in that top 5. I think we're good enough to be. All depends on, obviously, injuries and stuff is going to be such a crucial one. But by calling somebody a doomer because they don't think we're going to win the league, where are we at?
Okay, so what do you call all
the
the
Luton
people?
Town fans call fans that think that they're going to win the league. If they don't win the league, doomers. You know what I mean? It's crazy, right?
So, Perchy, what do you call all the people that said that we're going to be in a relegation battle as soon as we lost Kane and hired an unknown manager named Ange?
I thought they're morons as well. No, but Bobby,
that's what I'm saying. So that's why I think the extra fabricated hype is generated.
On this side of it, you're either super positive or super negative.
There's no middle right now.
There's no middle anymore.
Yep.
For example, and you hit it now on the head. A great point there. The same fans now sitting there saying that I'm a doomer were the same fans that said to me in my chat, we're going to get relegated if we sell Harry Kane.
Yep.
You can't have it both ways. Like, it's madness. How have we gone from all of a sudden going, oh, if we sell Harry Kane, we're going to get relegated, to now we're going to go and win the league? Do you know what I mean? Like,
all those fans in the window.
I'm not disagreeing with that. That's what I'm saying is that even if we finish in the top 4, that's going to be way more than I think pretty much any of us sitting here expected.
Yeah.
A lot of our fan base and definitely the pundits and the so-called footballs experts out there. So we can achieve that, fantastic. If we can achieve more, even better.
You can definitely change your opinion mid-season now if you see how the team are playing. You say, all right, I've been given new information. I know this is gonna sound like me saying, "Oh, flip-flops are okay," and you know what? Flip-flops are okay.
They are okay. Okay,
it's
they
part
are
of
okay.
the football that we have. It's one of the things that Rory Jennings says that is really factual. Is footballs we are chasing a bus. We are chasing a buzz, and that thinking you're going to win the league is a bus.
What's up here? Flip-flops, bus. What's with the personal attacks?
There's no personal attacks, my chocolate bear.
No, you're right, Ben. You're right, Ben. You're right. I've got no. I think that once you collate a lot of information, if we then say, "Oh, things have changed," I just think that the sample size is too small to go from those people that were talking about, "Oh my God, this is going to be bottom half." Do you remember? How are we going to score goals? Some of us were sitting there going,
"Exactly, yeah."
I'm not like some of us were saying, I'm not worried about losing Harry Kane. I actually think that the team will come together and you'll actually see a team that has to play a different way. You'll have James Maddison now. Sonny can go through the middle. Those people are now the people going for YouTubers. Some of the YouTubers I'm seeing, I'm not going to call out names, but it's just sort of like they were the ones doubting Postecoglou, doubting selling Harry Kane. They're the ones now, oh my God, title challenge in 8 games. I'll ask you all a question. Are we playing that well? Like, we're playing better football.
We're playing better, but we're not playing. We're not.
Have we played that well? Like, I can't remember in the last 3 or 4 games, other than maybe 45
in unit. We look more resilient as a footballing unit.
Ben, but that's
the key, Ben. Yeah,
we look more resilient. But people are going on now like we are prime Man City. Every game they're predicting 5-0, and it's like we're not that good. Like, we're a good team. We're a team that's on a journey, but all of a sudden it's, I saw someone yesterday on a show going, I don't think these teams are much better than us, Arsenal, Liverpool and City. And it's like, all right, over 8 games, maybe not. But when push comes to shove, they have proven year after year after year, they are much better than us. And I just think people have got short memories in football, really short.
Well, Sava, the reality is, like you say, it's over a 38-game stretch, and when the injuries set in, when you have player fatigue, you're going to start seeing when you have to rely on your bench what the difference is between us and them.
December is going to be so crucial, right, Bobby?
December, January, I think at the end of January,
7
this
games
is a different conversation.
7.
Yeah.
So that for me is where you go and say, now can you go and do it? It's all well and good. It's all well and good playing 3 or 4 games in a month and doing it once a week. It's all well and good, right? I mean, I think we're going to only play 3 games in October, if I'm right in saying.
We need a sample.
One home game in 4 weeks or something.
Drinks, because firstly, I want to shout out my boys Sip Drinks because they're my favourite soda drink ever, as we all know.
Free publicity on the Perchy TV.
The best apple juice. Like in this area,
what's going on here?
And it has a great taste.
What's going on?
So I know when they release a hibiscus lemonade, I know it's going to be a banger because they have got.
What's going on?
Oh, is this an advert? Have we just tuned into an advert?
Yes, it is.
Ad break.
And
their cream soda is a banger because
lovely.
They've got a sample.
Get Sky TV. Get Sky. It gives me all the channels I need. And you can watch Babe Station as well.
Yeah.
What?
That's right.
Is it free or do you have to pay extra?
I don't think it exists anymore, but.
Oh, damn it. While we're on it, before you go and enjoy Ben's juice, make sure you have yourself a nice heavy breakfast with some waffles and pancakes and add Canadian maple syrup. Perchy, your turn.
Sample size.
Come on, Perch. Come on, Susie's watching.
Don Simon orange juice is the best orange juice in Spain. If you've never had,
always use Nasty Jug from Barista.
Oh, okay, all right.
What is happening?
Okay,
what has happened?
To what I was talking about. Now we've lost about 1 million views. Actually, we've gained viewers. They actually like the ad break.
Yes.
See, there you go. You got their sponsors are showing up. See?
Yeah. BWT.
Feels like I'm on a home shopping channel. It's like QVC, isn't that what it's called?
I was gonna sit like this the rest of the show. Yeah, it's like my baby. Is it bad that I love this thing more
I
than
used
my
to. I
children?
used to work opposite the QVC head office, and you could always tell. You could always tell the presenters. They just got that look about them as they were going into the building. You know, that kind of hi, like hi. This jewelry is $19.99, but if you get one in the next 10 minutes, it's $9.99. Go now, buy.
And you get two. Get an extra bracelet and free winter tires.
Have you cheated on your wife? Well, buy her this $9.99 bracelet to make up for everything. Like, it's just like
all is forgiven.
Yeah. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
Oh, that's insane.
My
mother-in-law,
she'll hate me if I'm sure she's not watching this at all.
Yeah,
She watches Gems TV.
Oh,
Sorry,
God.
what is that?
Right, Gems. Right, so it's like just buying rings and stuff like that.
Oh, right, okay.
We'll go round there and I'll go, what did you do last night? I won't say her name. What did you do last night? Oh, had a bottle of wine. Yeah, bought 3 or 4 things off Gems TV. What are you
South Park
saying?
episode about that. There's a South Park episode.
Oh, God.
If you want a good book, buy
Christmas is coming.
Paul Stewart's new book, even though it's not new.
Hey, wasn't it his birthday? the other
No
week?
more advertising from Bob for Mr. Cop Ben.
We can't
He'll advertise everything.
Benny, see what happens.
Sava turned into a Jersey Shore boy for a minute. What?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Come on. No, you gotta.
Station sponsored by Football
Sava, it's the
Heritage
fist
TV.
bump, remember?
Oh yeah.
Remember Jersey Shore?
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jersey Shore, man.
Jersey Shore.
Oh,
Good
guys, don't get me started
God.
talking about that show. I absolutely
Proper
hated it. The wife loved it, and I
backwards
ended up getting
TV was
sucked
good.
into it.
Can we run Gems TV for our Deadwood?
Yeah.
We've got a Tongi and Dombele on sale right
Nice
now.
one. Who's that? Nice one.
Buy now. If you get a Hoiberg, we will chuck in a Richarlison for free.
We will chuck in a photo of Ledley King.
Oh my God.
Brilliant.
Can you imagine if that's how football transfer window should be done? There should be
Wouldn't it be amazing?
There should be a 1-week expo at like the Excel Centre in London. Like, and for that week, you know, Monday is goalkeepers. All the goalkeepers there, buy. You know, you go to different stalls and
Just auction style.
Yeah. And then after that week, done.
Oh no! Just imagine we've got a Spanish goalkeeper coming out of Brentford right now. We've got David Raya standing on the stage right now.
Oh,
Tottenham have put a bid
imagine?
for £10 million. 10 million. Arsenal in for 12. Arsenal in for 12.
Yeah.
Chelsea out of nowhere. That's 13.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd
Unbelievable.
absolutely love it. Yeah, man. But what would we do as YouTubers without the transfer window?
We'd be there. We'd be there and we'd record it live.
Wouldn't we?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Sava, what do you
Live.
Sava,
Yes.
Speaking of being there and recording
think of
live,
this
don't forget to
option?
vote for Sava as the new content creator awards
It's
are up.
done. The voting's finished.
Votes finished?
Closed.
Okay, make sure you have voted. If you didn't vote, then why the hell didn't you? You should gotta look in the mirror and reflect on yourself today. It's a day of
Honestly.
reflection.
Sava, you're going to win it, aren't you?
Because
You're
think
that
about
confident
Sava's
you're gonna
taking
win it.
his son there. His son is flying all the way over from Spain to go there. How
I am.
proud would
I
he
actually am
if
flying
he
from
goes
Spain
and his name
to
gets
go
called up?
to
He's
the
gonna be
award.
like, "Daddy."
Perchy's my boy. Perchy
Hey,
flying from Barcelona into Liverpool.
I'm actually like into Manchester, but yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Into Manchester. How much was it?
The flight was about 30 quid.
What?
Jeez.
3-0?
I'm traveling back with you guys because I'm spending the weekend back in London and then flying home. And I think I paid about 60 quid from Heathrow.
Just
Which
make
was-
sure.
Oh, wow.
30 quid to fly from Spain to England.
Yeah, Barcelona to Manchester was about 30 quid. If I'd
Man, I
done it,
spent more than that on food for the kids.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was really
You're
cheap.
telling me
Really,
while I was
really
there, I could have
cheap.
gone to Spain and got out of that crappy weather you guys had in January?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just think how brown you'd be if you went to a country with some Bobby K.
Yeah.
Well, it's done. It stopped now though. It's in hibernation now for the next 6 months.
Hibernation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? That night should be mad. Like we're all so me.
Good luck,
me
man.
Has,
I really hope you
me
win.
has and Barry are driving up there, and then Barry and Perchy are going to share a room because they're drinkers, and then me and Haz are sharing a room because we're not. Listen, if I finish top 3, I'll be amazed. If I finish top 3, I'll be amazed.
Get an award for 3rd place. Trophy for 3rd.
Yeah.
Top 4.
We'll see.
Top 4 is on. Is the top 4 on, Saba? Yeah, come on.
Top 4 is on. Oh, it's gonna be a good laugh. We're gonna have a good laugh.
If Saba gets to the top 4, all of you at the table got to start screaming and start singing.
I can't wait for Rory Jennings to call out Sava when he's seen all the stuff he said about him live at Anfield.
Oh, if you win, Sava, you've got have to have an entire speech about how much you love Rory Jennings and you look up to the stage.
I won't win, but if I did win, I would say, listen, for all you clickbaiters out there, Rory Jennings, and I'll point at him. I will. I will.
Oh, brilliant.
I don't even know who that is. Is that bad? Like, who is this guy?
You don't know who he is? Everyone knows who he is. He's the Chelsea fan that talks a lot of BS normally.
I honestly, Perch, since I've come in here, I'm finding it hard enough just to keep up with the people I do know. You know, forget
so
watching
great.
channels for other teams and guys I don't know.
I'll tell you what the problem is now. How many YouTube channels are there?
Oh, it's loads.
Saba, before I started,
many.
I was subscribed to like 8, and they were all the ones that my son had done on here, like some blue-haired guy playing video games, some
Ninja.
that, and then there was that other guy, that
Blue-haired
horrible
guy
guy
playing games.
Oh, there's that horrible.
That's a description.
Is that the one? Is he the English kid with the horrible accent? The
No.
plays Minecraft?
No, Ninja's American, right?
Oh my god! And
I know who you mean.
the green-haired guy.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
He plays Minecraft. Oh my god! I've fallen into a ditch. Oh no! Whatever will I do? Oh my god! Oh, I need my diamond axe. I've got a diamond axe. I'm going to use it to break this, and now I'm going to get. Oh my god! This is.
Oh my god! I'm English. I must speak like this. I'm from England, and whenever anybody in America has an English person in a film, they either sound like this or very posh, like Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Like,
You know,
there's nowhere in between. There's nowhere in between. We're all chavs or posh.
Yeah.
I'm one of those posh
upper middle class,
I
okay,
speak-
according to the
I speak
movies.
a slightly posh accent, but I'm wearing an Adidas hoodie. I'm a posh chav.
You're a what?
What, like the coach in what film is it? The Gentleman. The coach in The Gentleman. Have you seen that film?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, Colin Farrell, best character ever.
Manners make
That's
the
that
man.
the one about the
Yeah,
guy
we
who
all
goes
eat
to
tea
space
and
or something?
crumpets, exactly.
All
Eat tea and crumpets. The only food you can get. Don't
And
forget
fish
the
and chips.
scones
And fish and chips.
and
Right?
fish and chips. Yeah, literally, that is all we live off.
Scones and tea for breakfast, fish and chips for lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
I feel like you've got Siri about to say
Oh,
something.
sorry.
Our houses
chicken
just
mushroom
stink
pie.
of batter the whole time. Just they stink of salt, vinegar, and batter.
I like that smell actually.
Listen, as someone who's on a diet for 75 days, I would give anything to smell salt and vinegar chips right now.
Yeah.
Trust me. This is day 25.
Good for you, man.
Day 25 of 75. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a 25-minute diet once.
Crap. I want to eat crap. I want to eat something really bad.
Nah, you stick to it. You're doing well.
Yeah, man.
No, you're doing
Stick
good,
to
man.
it. We're going to wrap up in a minute because I feel like it's just gone mental, but it's all been a good laugh. We'll wrap up in a minute. Mr. Perchy, what's the secret of Mr. Sava's youth and good looks? Eating the crappy stuff, the stuff he's having to eat.
He
at the
just
moment.
told you.
Yeah, he
told
literally
you.
told you eating crackers and what is it, Rivita biscuits and avocado.
No, listen, they're just the snack bits on it. The meals are just normal meals, just all healthy
Oh, you did
ingredients.
actually. The other night you made a healthy curry, I believe. I remember.
Yeah. Listen, it's
There is no such thing.
There's just no. It's normal. I think everyone's getting it wrong. It's normal food, right? But you just don't have any sugar. The only sugar you have is good sugars from fruit. But there's no sugar.
Natural sugar.
There's no carbs apart from sweet potato. There's no crisps. There's no chocolate. There's no bread. there's no fizz. The only drink you're allowed is water and 1 cup of tea if you have that a day. But I don't drink tea, so for 25 days, all I've drunk is water, 7 pints of water a day. No alcohol, so it's literally just getting your body back to reset.
Like a detox almost. Good for you.
Yeah, it's a 75-day detox, and I've lost 15 pounds so far.
Wow, good for you.
And I can feel it in my skin. I know this sounds silly. My hair, everything, everything I can feel is just different.
Good. That's amazing.
Yeah.
15 pounds, that's my best shop bill.
There you go, Donna Cullen. That's how Mr. Sava gets his good looks. There you go.
There you go.
Here, big up Ben. How you doing, my friend? Perchy, who would you like to see Spurs get in January? January, realistically, guys. Anyone? Any names? If you would,
are we going names or position?
Name and position would be helpful. Chuck some names out.
I'd like to come back.
Yeah, same here, like Tapsoba or somebody like that, just to cover that.
I don't think
Sorry, Ben, go ahead. No, I don't think we'll spend that money, but yeah.
Santiago Jimenez for me.
You love this guy.
I think, listen, there's not many goal scorers in world football, Perchy. And at the moment, I reckon you can get him for 50 million. I think the moment this guy goes somewhere else in between, you're then looking at 100+ million.
Yeah, I agree. He's just got player of the month in the Eredivisie, and he's scoring bags of goals.
Scoring for fun. He got a lot of goals last year. He can link up. He can dribble with the ball. Good finishing with the right and left. For me, this is a proper player. And listen, if we don't get him, you just know one of the other boys and girls around us will get him.
The sort of team will get him, and then he goes and becomes £100 million player, right?
But I've heard Arsenal are in for him as well. If he goes to Arsenal,
that's worrying.
That for me is a difference maker. So definitely a Santiago Jimenez.
Is Calvin Phillips a realistic opportunity for Spurs to go and get in a very good midfielder?
I think
we could do with depth.
He wouldn't have to play every game as well, so he can get fit again. But one thing that worries me is the Spurs fitness team and Calvin Phillips. It's one thing that really worries me.
Yeah.
But I love Calvin Phillips as a player. I think he'd be great for us as a base number 6. I think he'd be brilliant.
Yeah. No, definitely. Anyone else, Bobby?
For dream wise, I would love even the Hernandez brothers. You know, either one, Theo or. What's the other one's name?
They're not realistic.
They're not going to come. But what's realistic? Who will we link to? That Victor Nelson kid. What was that kid in Spain we were linked to?
Oh, Mikel Merino. Am I right in saying from Sociedad?
No. It was I think it was a Jimenez or Jimenez, something like that was the last name.
No, Santiago Jimenez. Who Savile was on about. Plays a Feyenoord, Mexican guy.
He's a striker, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the center back. I think he plays for Atletico, wasn't it?
Oh, Uruguayan, Jose Jimenez.
The Uruguayan kid, that's him. Yeah.
Yeah, Jose Maria Jimenez.
So no, he was looked at, right? God, do we stoop back and go backwards and even look at Cameron Carter-Vickers if that's what
damn no
wants?
No, damn
no, I hope not. But if he can get something out of him, who knows? But I don't know. I just think when we look at our team, the biggest gap fall off if one of the starters gets hurt is in that center back line and the back line. So definitely somebody to cover Romero and Van de Ven.
I'll give you a list, Perchy. For me, I'd be looking at all of these types of players. I'd be looking at Pedro Neto, Santiago Jimenez. I'd be looking at Zubamendi, Mikel Merino, Hatate, Calvin Phillips. At the back, I think you would probably not go far wrong if you wanted a third choice centre back. Looking at somebody like a Tosin Adarabioyo. I reckon
he's going somewhere else, isn't he, Tosin? Wasn't there something?
He was meant to be going to Monaco, but that fell through.
Was it France? Yeah. I thought he was going to Spain.
But listen, I think there's a lot of play. Like Hatate at Celtic would be a perfect midfielder.
Yeah. Have you just signed a new deal, though?
Yeah, but let's be fair, that's so clubs can get more money now, isn't it? It's not that they're going to stay at that club forever. For me, I think when you look at our midfield depth, I think it's really poor. I think Højbjerg, there are lots of links with him moving away, as there are with Lo Celso. For me, I would be looking at a Hatate or a Phillips. They both work hard and they both have that Postecoglou style to them. Are they the best midfielders in the world? No. But you've got to have depth. And I think what we talk about a lot, Perchy, is we say, oh, can't bring him in. He's not as good as him in the first team. But you've got to have depth.
Agreed.
You can't go from, the drop-off from Sarr to Skip is huge. The drop-off from Madison to Lo Celso is huge.
Calvin Phillips. He's got passing range, which is something we don't have in our midfielders. None of our midfielders can hit a ball 90 yards and get it on a sixpence. That's something Calvin Phillips does really well. That's something we need in that team.
Yeah, I agree with you. For me, sometimes it's the players that aren't glamorous, but will do the work. I think Calvin Phillips is a player that's lost his way a little bit. Maybe made the wrong decision going to City. I'm sure when he's older and he's showing his kids his Champions League medal and his Premier League, he won't care. But from a footballing standpoint, probably wasn't the best move.
Yeah.
But we saw him. He was an integral part of England's team.
Yeah.
That got to the final of the Euros. He was brilliant for Leeds for a number of seasons in a team that were very gung-ho.
He got injured. That's what happens. Injuries affect the best of us.
Like GBC fans saying Phillips is proper shit. I mean, that's just not...
That's harsh.
Yeah.
He's not shit.
Harsh.
He's a good midfielder.
Let's be honest. There's a reason why Pep Guardiola signed him, right?
Yeah.
Guardiola very rarely just signs anyone for the sake of signing anyone. He buys him for a reason. I think he got very unlucky in City, where he was obviously brought in as a squad player, if that's what you want to call him, but no one really lost their place. Like most of them stayed fit for the majority of the season. And the problem is when you've got a player like that, you've got a player that really hasn't played a lot of football. But listen, proud to be Geordie's back on. Phillips is better than Skip. So, do you know what I mean? That's a massive level above Oliver Skip.
He's 2 or 3 levels above Skip. Let's be brutally honest.
Do you know what I mean, though? That's the point, though, right? You want to improve the players that you've got. He's up there, well, Skip's still down here.
Yeah, I agree.
Listen, anyone? I think there's anyone else got any other players that would like to? Oh, now this is a young player that I would love at Tottenham. Takafuma Kubo. This kid is a player, man.
Perchy, I would go to Real Sociedad and I would take their entire midfield and Kubo.
Yeah, I think that's a shout.
Here's a player I would love to see at Tottenham. I'd love Juan He-Chan. I'd love to have him at Spurs.
Do you know what? Not a bad shout, that.
I think he's great. I think he'd be a brilliant a player to play on that left wing or in that front line.
What about, guys? What about getting in somebody a little bit older? Now, we look at that team now. A lot of the players that we've got in, we've lowered the overall average age of that team. When we saw Chelsea bring in Thiago Silva and stuff, it really did help them with some of the younger kids. Do you think somebody like that, like a proven player, a little bit older?
Because they've got to play the system. That's the question you've got to ask yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. You got to remember.
That's what I'm saying. You guys know more than I do about this stuff. If you see an older fella out there that we might be able to scoop up cheap, might be a bit high on the wage, but would at least bring that balance and something more to the team.
The way you're going to get an older player that's not, the legs are necessarily gone. Like, for example, Sergio Ramos, for example, went to Sevilla in the end, but he was available on a free. The problem is like initially I was like, do you know what? You could go get someone like him in, but has he got the legs to play the energy that we play at, the system that we set up at? That's the worry. You need to go and get legs at centre half, right? Legs in midfield, legs at centre half that can track back. That's the only problem. Yes, if you go and get someone like a Sergio Ramos, he's the example I'm using, but what you've got is you've got a player there that is experienced at the highest level, but he's in essence the weak link there in the system. You then have to change the way that your back line is. Don't necessarily say play a high line. They have to play a mid line, and then you can't change the system for one player. And I think that's the key bit.
Unless they are Messi level.
Of course, yeah. If you're talking about Messi level of player, then of course.
Messi, Ronaldo, Ribéry in his prime, Robin in his prime.
So I think what Bobby's talking about, you're talking about like when Cambiasso joined Leicester City, and he went in there, all of his experience settled
Really
them down.
helped them,
Yeah. No, listen, I agree. It's just it is. I also agree with my
No,
son.
I'm just wondering if there's somebody out there you think could fit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm asking basically the question, right?
What a player, by the way.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I do think you could do with leadership.
So I'll catch you boys in a bit. I'll catch you in
I'll
20
set the
minutes.
Yeah, we'll
redirect.
see you in a bit, Ben. Yeah, get over to
so-
Ben's Shoot.
Ciao
Coffee
for
shop
now.
is live in 20.
I've set the redirect for you, Ben, already, mate.
Bye, Benny.
Yeah, I think it doesn't need to be someone too old. They've still got to be able to play that position.
Maybe late 20s, early 30s, even, or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's got somebody that's got 2 or 3 years of good life left in their legs, kind of thing.
Maybe that for a forward.
Yeah, that isn't a bad shout.
Maybe that for a forward, because I think the one thing we seriously lack, like someone said there, like an Olivier Giroud. I would love an Olivier Giroud up front.
Oh,
I'll be honest. I would love someone of that stature up front that been there, seen it, done it, won things, holds the ball up, good touch, a proper footballer. Someone in the chat said Matoma. I think we're in dreamland now. Matoma's going to go for 100 million.
Too expensive.
His next team is Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City level, right? I think this is why, you know, in the summer when I said all the time about us, we need to be getting the players before Brighton get them.
Yeah.
That's why you're not competing on that level now.
Like a Kubo. If somebody picked up Kubo or Mikel Merino, Zubamendi, these types of players from Real Sociedad, and the left winger, I can never remember his name. He was fantastic.
Yarzabal.
Yeah, sounds no. Whoever it was that played left wing the other night when they beat Salzburg. But their whole midfield and Kubo were brilliant. Yarzabal was good as well up top. But if you can pick them up there for 30, 40, 50 million, as opposed to, they've gone to Brighton and now Brighton want 100 million for them.
Yeah.
That's what you've got to do, right?
Well, it seems that, the right pieces are being put in place to scout properly now.
Is it that one?
Yes. No, there was two of them.
Yeah. I can never pronounce his name right.
Hang on, Perchy. Let me tell you both. There was hang on, who was it? They beat Salzburg, and it was 1 second.
Yeah, Mendes as well.
It was Mendes, Merino, Zubamendi, and Bentancur. The whole midfield I looked at and went, I like all of them. The two wide men just caused issue after issue after issue. So
now
look at Bill's comment.
Where am I looking? Oh.
And yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Actually, he is. He just signed a new contract, didn't he?
What's his name?
Oh, I don't know, but isn't he playing? He's on loan somewhere.
Yeah, he plays in Portugal's second division.
Yeah, but on loan.
Oh, that's crazy.
Let's have a look at
his name. Is
56-year-old Japanese striker. Right, so it's Kayashi.
Miura, that's it, Kazumura.
Right, here we go. He's currently on loan. Imagine you're going, right, we need to loan a striker. Where can we look? I know there's a bloke playing in Japan who's 56. He's on loan at Liverencia, on loan from Yokohama FC.
Yeah.
And he's been at Yokohama FC since 2005. And he started his career in 1986.
Fair play, bro.
Wow, I was 10.
Do you know what, though? Fair play, by the way. Fair play.
I mean, hang on, let's see. He's got loads of honours. He's won loads of things. And in his career, hang on, should we get him in instead of Richie?
He'd score more than Richarlison would, let's be honest.
He's got 89 caps for Japan. Here you go. This tells you how old he is. He's not played for Japan, Bobby, since 2000.
Wow.
2000.
Hey,
he's not played.
Were you even born yet?
No, in 2000 I was. What are you on about? He played for Genoa. Oh my
Hang
God.
on. Let's have a look. What's his name? Mura. Let me have a look at him a bit closer. This is brilliant. Yeah, listen. I mean, if you floated that idea past Levy, he'd be all over it.
Well, especially if it comes, hey, that's tapping into that Asian market that he seriously wants to make sure he gets some money out of. So that'll definitely help with that, right?
He's played one game this season and he hasn't scored a goal, so I'm not sure if he's ready. I'm not sure if he's good enough.
I mean, to be fair, that you could argue that
he has to play 10 goals, 10 games, not score a goal. Yeah,
he's only scored 2 less than Richarlison. He can't be that bad.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Foxy just put in. He's only played 1 minute of football as well. So
I mean, he is 56.
He probably played with Ange. He probably has, to be fair.
Still, about 56 years old and still getting on the pitch as a professional football player. I can't keep up with my men's over 35 league.
Oh man!
You know, and we're all out of shape. Half of these guys are like office workers and stuff, right? So
I'll tell you what. If Johan Lang could broker a deal that we get Miura and Richarlison goes the other way to Yokohama FC, I'm all over it. Look, he's just older than Wayne Holland. Get Wayne Holland up front. Oh no, you know what? Wayne Holland can't play up front for Spurs.
Oh no, he can't. He can't. He will not be allowed to be assisted goals from Madison. He
won't be allowed. He won't rate James Madison. Madison will put it through on a plate and he go, no, sorry, James.
Not good enough. His attitude.
Love you, Wayne.
Love you, Wayne. Absolutely legend.
Oh, wow. Well, but yes, I do agree with Bobby. I do feel like we probably would need. I don't think it matters at the moment.
Sorry. I just got to go back. I'm not able to remember. I can't clip this shit. So you said you agree with me?
Yeah. In terms of.
Wait. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I think that. At the moment, I don't think the experience matters so much. I don't think the experience at the moment is pivotal. I think when you get deeper into a season and you pick up injuries and you have bigger games, if you are in a title race and you need people in the changing room to keep you calm and keep you calm, that's where I think that other clubs have. That's where I think other clubs have that. And that's why I always say every year Man City are going to win the league because they've got that know-how.
They've got that balance. They've got older players. Yeah. Could you imagine if we had like a Sergio Ramos or somebody like that?
Right.
And now I know he went home to Sevilla, but is it Sevilla he went to? I know he went home. Sevilla. Okay, so somebody like that, I know he's what, 30, probably what, 35, 36 up there now?
56. They got Mura now. 56.
But I think he's still got something to offer. Like Perchy said, he's not going to be a 90-minute guy starting every game. But if we need somebody to kind of come in and close down things or calm people down when he sees the team getting wound up.
Do you know the player that would
have that experience?
Do you know the player that would actually be quite good for us? And if you could get him over the line for a year, would be Jordan Henderson in midfield.
We're not going to get him, man. He's getting
no. I know we're not. I mean, someone of that ilk that is. He's been there, done it. Yeah. Very similar to like how Brighton got in James Milner. When they got in James Milner, everyone went, it's a silly signing. You're getting someone that just knows what they're talking about, gets it done. It doesn't have to be him. He was one I just picked out random.
Perchy, look what Luton did. They just went and got Townsend.
They've got Townsend.
Experienced player, been around a little bit, knows the league. Obviously, he's not going to have what he had to offer 10 years ago, but
would you take Otamendi for this and next season as a cover? Not sure.
I don't think that's. Where is Otamendi right now? God knows he's got the experience.
The problem with an Otamendi for me is if we want to play this high line and bringing it out the back, I think that this is the problem. Like, for example, if we had Thiago, bless me. If we had Thiago Silva in our back line, as brilliant as he is, I think he'd be exposed game after game for his age now. Chelsea don't play that high line. I think you'll get away with it. At Tottenham, I don't think you would because we play that high line now, and that makes it more and more difficult to find players. You've got to find players that fit the system, right? You've got to find people that, So Otamendi's at Benfica. He's 35. He's still knocking out 90 minutes a game, though. He's played 90 minutes.
Wow.
Every game this season, he's played 90 minutes other than against Guimaraes, he only played 82 minutes.
Oh, he's washed up.
Yeah, he's washed up. Gone. That 8 minutes.
Not winner. And
Not good enough. Not going to cut it.
Let's sort of slightly move it for a second. We're going to go 10 minutes and send you all over to watch Ben is live straight.
You got the link already for Ben?
Huh?
You got the link for Ben's show already?
Already done it. See? All sorted, my friends. Bentancur is in the title. So Bentancur is back in 3 weeks.
Yep.
Now, is this a worry? Because I'm seeing a lot of people now that are going, we need him back, blah, 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 blah. He's going to be amazing under Postecoglou, which potentially could happen. But my worry is an injury of the caliber that he's had. I think 3 weeks could be very, very. Is it too quick? What do you guys think?
Well, originally that's what it was. What the projection was, right? End of November for a return kind of thing. Regardless of when he returns, it'll be a nice addition to the team. If he's cleared and he's okayed, then by all means let him come back. I think the best part of it is right now we have our healthy midfield trio that we want to use. So we have the luxury of, we can afford the luxury of easing him back into the team. Maybe giving him 10, 15, 20 minutes at the end of a game kind of thing, letting him kind of get up to speed with he's coming into a new system, new manager. Things have changed a lot since he went down. You know, that injury happened almost a lifetime ago for Spurs fans compared to what, you look at when he got injured, where we were to what he's going to be coming back into. It's we're completely somewhere else now, right? So I think ease him in slowly. There's absolutely no need to throw him in there. We do not need him. We can use him 100%, but I don't think we need him right now.
So, what do you think, Sam?
Yeah, I agree to an extent. I think when we're looking at the time frame that he's coming back, if he comes back in 4 weeks, right, we're almost about to enter the December running of 7 games in a month. Now, if you look already, I think we're going to end up playing 3 Premier League games in October, 3 Premier League games in November. We would have played 3 in September maybe and 3 in August. To go from that to every 3 or 4 days in December, injuries, suspension, form. We're already seeing James Maddison gets taken off after 65, 70 minutes every game because of fitness. We've already seen Papa Sarr for me. I think Papa Sarr's a good player, by the way. I think everyone's going well overboard. I think he's had some really good games. I think he's had some games where he's looked average, but he's a young player. He's
19.
a young player that needs time to grow. So, they look knackered after the first 60, 70 minutes. You've got the suspensions and stuff that are happening with Basuma. Then you've got the African Cup of Nations with Basuma and Sarr.
And then Sonny too, right?
Is it good that he's back? Of course it is. He's a very good footballer. Perchy, bang on the nail. Everyone's talking as though this man hasn't had a 9 to 10 month injury. What player do you get back? Now, you've got the same guy, but is the body the same? Is the mind the same? If he goes to stretch for a tackle, does he stop the stretch because he's worried? If he goes to drive forward full pelt with the ball, does he slow down because he's worried about a niggle? If he goes to turn quickly, does he go, oh, hang on, my body can't. I'm not saying that will definitely happen, but it will be 10 months out, right? By the time he gets back. It's a very, very, very long injury. And I think it's going to be months and months before he gets up to speed. And you just don't know. Look at Van Dijk. Still a good player, but nowhere. I mean, he was a man mountain before he got that injury. He was the best defender for me in the world by a mile at that point. And at the moment, you watch him and you're like, yeah, you're a good player, but people are talking about best defenders in the league. They're now going to Diaz, Vardiol, Saliba. No one's talking Van Dijk. So for me, if he comes back, all the ifs are coming out now. If he comes back fully fit, if he can get himself back to complete sharpness and where he was before, for me, he's a much better footballer than Papa Sarr, and he goes in. but I think we're months off that. I think you've got to build up to that. And Bobby's right. There's no need for him to be immediately fit in a match day squad and we go, right, Sarr, you come out. But as you said, if Højbjerg goes in January, Sarr and Basuma going to the African Cup of Nations, you're going to be leaving yourself very light.
Very light. Yeah.
And then Bentancur, I think it will change the dynamic. I don't think he's going to have the dynamism that the other two in midfield have got. I really don't. That's just.
Do you see him playing more in a hold or into the more of the attacking?
I think more of the deep lying. If I'm honest, I really don't know. It's a good problem to have when you've got more than.
Yeah, it is a good problem.
Players.
Yeah,
but I listen again. I'm always cautiously optimistic. I want to see what player comes back from injury.
Yeah. No, absolutely bang on. I agree. I think this is the worry. Injuries like that, back in the day, people didn't come back from injuries like that. ACLs were you're not playing football again. Yes, the science and all that has improved. That's why players are okay and they've ways to sort it. But listen, let's see what happens. As I said, I hope he comes back and hits the ground running. It benefits us, right? But optimism, be a bit cautious with it. Don't rush him back. There's no need to. Listen, if you can ease him back in, so then when the likes of Sarr, Basuma go to the AFCON, then you've got another player that goes straight in. You don't have to go out there and buy 2 players straight away to fill those roles, or have to deal with the likes of Oliver Skip and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Guys, thanks very much. We had a good time. That was a good chat. We'll wrap it up. Guys, everyone in the chat, go and subscribe to Football Heritage TV and the 3 Spurs boys. And go over there, go and share the love. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to myself as well. And let's get a few more likes in. And I'm going to send you over and go and watch Ben's show. So stay put. Don't go anywhere. Ben is live in 2 minutes. And was that me? Did I hear myself? Oh, okay. Awesome. Guys, thanks so much for coming along. Had a really good time. And guys in the chat, much love to you all. Thank you very much to Ty Guy for the super chat. Thank you very much, guys. And I will leave you with the man that we sold that meant us getting relegated this season. See you later, guys. Bye.
And here's Kane. He sits on Tottenham's loftiest perch, beyond even the great Greaves. Spurs